What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Can't wait to get into the rest of the episode. But first, this podcast is presented by Macy's. There is nothing we love more than finding the perfect accessory to complete an outfit. I just got some pretty gold hoops from Macy's that I feel like completes any outfit I wear. And with Macy's Friends and Family Sale going on, we cannot wait to shop and enjoy everything Macy's has to offer, with up to 30% off the latest fall styles. And this is Macy's best offer of the season. From now until November 4th, you can get an extra 30% off latest trends, new arrivals and designer brands, and 15% off the best beauty brands they have to offer. So shop at Macy's.com or head to a local Macy's store near you. All right, everybody, it's Monday. How are we feeling? We got back from LA just a couple days ago. How's everyone doing today?
I'm good. A nice weekend. Beautiful fall. Really soaked in the foliage out there in Montauk. It was beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
Wedding was stunning. Great. It was a different setup for a wedding, which it was. But it was great. Like, it worked out so well. Like, it was a really fun setup of, like, ceremony, dinner, like, but like, no big dance floor, big band, like, just a dinner. And then once dinner ended, all went to the bar, band, the whole thing.
Oh, that's so fun.
And it was fun. It was great. We had a lot of fun. Had a beautiful, I was just like adamant that I needed chili this weekend. Like, it was just, especially out there, there was a crisp in the air, but the sun was shining. It was just beautiful. So Sunday, we stayed out in Montauk for like the afternoon, watched some football. I had some chili. It was fucking delicious.
That sounds awesome.
And then we took the train back just in time to make it to MSG for the Trump rally. No, I'm kidding. No, but I did pull into Penn Station prime time.
Oh boy,
it was a madhouse.
Oh boy,
I like the whole. I didn't really like all of Saturday. That was closed. I'm like running around with my suitcase. I'm like dodging people left and right. Everybody screaming on the street. Me and Joe were like, "Get the 6th Ave! Get the 6th Ave! Run!" But it was a really beautiful weekend. So. And I mean, I went straight from, we flew home separately. You got one more day in LA with your boyfriend.
Oh my God.
And I took the red eye straight from the benefit on Thursday night, which is a grind for sure. I did sit in front of Sarah Paulson though, which was very cool.
I was so jealous.
Very cool. People that are that famous too, who fly commercial, they're just trying to stay at it as hidden as possible. They got their mask on, the hood's up, the whole thing. But I was like, that's Sarah Paulson.
Yeah. You're like, I know who you are.
Like, that is Sarah Paulson.
Did she wake up for the
that
cookie?
Was very cool. I think she was asleep. I don't know because I was asleep. I was like, I have to sleep on this flight. So I went like, as we were taking off, I went full.
Oh, nice.
Like, I was like, good night. And then I woke up at when they announced like, hey, we're getting ready to descend. And I was like, perfect.
Oh, perfect timing.
Perfect.
That's
even though it's really only like 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's like really not a long flight on the way home from LA.
No, going home is quicker. But Noah and I spent the day together Friday, and we had a lovely day, honestly.
Yeah.
We had a lovely day. We got a cabana by the pool. We had champagne, whatever. But I told Noah, I was like, I got to take my ring off because it looks like we're honeymooning. And if people see my ring with you, they're going to think we're honeymooning right now. We got champagne.
Not even honeymooning. He's like, oh, are you two engaged?
Yeah, it's like, no.
And Noah's like, no. And you're like, wait. so who's this guy?
Yeah, it's just like
I didn't have a ring on my finger. So.
yeah. Well,
But you wouldn't if you were
yeah,
engaged.
just engaged.
Oh, true.
But no, I'm kidding. I always take my ring off by the pool anyway. I'm like very
Yeah, you are.
I
You
always take all my jewelry, all my rings off when I'm by the pool. But yeah, Noah and I had a great day. We sat by the sun. We went in the pool.
Some beautiful
We had
weather out there,
We had
too.
some great water. No, it was gorgeous. It
Yeah,
was
it's
like
gorgeous.
85 degrees.
Yeah.
We had a watermelon. We had tacos.
God, that watermelon.
It was
that was
delicious.
so good.
And I was like, Noah, wait till you have this watermelon. It was so good. And no, I'm like asking Noah like work questions loudly. I'm like, so what are we doing
Right.
for this?
Trying to make it seem like Noah's your like assistant.
Yeah.
I'm just treating my assistant to a little day, pamper day.
He deserves it.
He works so hard.
Go
I'm just, having him sit by the pool today.
Hey, can you go fetch me a water?
Yeah.
No, it was fun though. We actually had a great day, but we sat next to one of the douchiest guys ever. Like it was so LA.
So LA.
We literally didn't leave because we couldn't stop listening to this man on the phone. He was with like, I don't know who it was. Girlfriend, probably mistress. I don't know.
Don't make assumptions.
No, right. No, but here the difference was that they were like petting each other, and
it was romantic.
And it was romantic. And he said to her, "No one can know we're dating." Out loud.
No.
And then was on the phone the entire time. Like, I'm really just trying to get this done. I'm really just trying to get this deal done. Like, da 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 da. And he's just going on and on. He's like, and he's just a classic babe. And I took a video of the girl massaging his left hand, while he's on the phone with his right hand. And I was like, this is the most LA douche I've ever seen in my life. The way he was treating the waiter, he was like, bro.
He literally goes, he looked at our watermelon and goes, my guy, you got watermelon?
Bro, where's the watermelon? Like it was so obnoxious. But it was a sight to see. And that wasn't the only like very LA experience I had.
God,
when we
I hate people like that.
No, it's so obnoxious, so annoying, but I eat up every minute of it because I'm like, this is so
it's just
fake life. Like,
right. It's astonishing to witness because I feel like, especially like TV, movies, that is so stereotypical, like LA douche, and you see it, and then when you see it in real life, you're like, holy shit, these people really exist. Like you're not like you're a real person.
Massaging his hand while he was on like a business call.
And he was on the phone. No,
my
I'm not
God.
kidding. For 3 hours, he was making calls nonstop.
he left at one point. She was just sitting there alone for like
Noah
30
texted
minutes.
me. I literally cackled what Noah texted me while we were by the pool. Noah texted me. He goes, I've been not looking over because I know for a fact he's the type of guy to be like, you looking at my girl, bro?
So true. So true.
I was dying laughing. So that was really funny. But the night or 2 nights before, on Wednesday night when we got there, we went to the Tower Bar, which is apparently a hot spot in LA. We've never been before. And I went into the bathroom, and these 2 girls were exchanging the most absurd stories ever. And I was eating up every minute of it. So I go into the stall to pee, and the one girl is really like elaborating the story. And she's like, and then they took my phone and they brought me to the table. And guess who's at the table? Justin Bieber. And then the girl that she's talking to, I come out of the stall now, I'm going to wash my hands. The girl she's talking to does not respond to this story at all. Like, she couldn't give a fuck about this girl's story, because guess what? She has another story that's gonna one up this story, and it's this elaborate, she was at Soho Grand in New York, she went up to the roof, then she went back down, and she made a left, and she made a right. Like, she really dragged on the directions of where she was going. And then she goes, and then guess who opened the door for me? Leonardo DiCaprio. And then they just like, and like walked out. Like, they both like made this audible moan and like walked out of the bathroom at the same time. And I was staring, like literally washing my hands for way longer than I should have listened. I think they caught on. I was listening to their story.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the best LA thing ever. Like, just being able to eat up all their absurd stories. Like, I don't know if any of this was real. I highly doubt it. But I'm like, you know what? Go story for story.
Seriously.
I should have one up them too.
I was going to say, you should have joined in. You should have been like, ladies, let me tell you
about that time Justin
time.
Bieber DM'd me.
Yeah. Where's to make one? You just like even lavish. So I walk in this room, Brad Pitt's on my left, George Clooney's on my right. We're arm in arm.
No.
They're going, honey, let's head to the bar.
They're asking me if I want to be in Ocean's 14.
We're also cracking up because we walk into the Tower Bar, which is in Sunset Tower, I think in all of our minds, we thought we were like going up to a roof. Like we were just like envisioning up and upstairs. And they were like, no, bar's right there. Like just walk to the right. We like walked in, we were like, oh, okay. Act like you've been here before.
Yeah, a bunch of newbies. We have no idea what we're doing every time we're in LA. But there's always good stories that come from it.
I
actually
a good martini.
I had like a really great 3 days there. Like I kind of just with our tour coming up, I really wanted to just like soak in some relaxing time, which I think I accomplished just by like sitting by the pool for 2 days, which was really nice just to soak in the sun. I have my brother's wedding this weekend, and then we go right into tour, so a busy time coming up. But the benefit, the Rare Impact Fund benefit, was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
We did not meet Selena Gomez, although she was right in front of our faces.
I would say we made eye contact.
Yeah, I would lie to
I would think
ourselves and tell us
she
that.
looked at us and
We
was
were
like,
in there
oh.
like line of sight.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
our,
for
the way our
sure.
tables were. Or
Yeah.
the couches were set up.
And we had an amazing performance by Teddy Swims. Like,
Yeah.
truly just chills.
He's got a voice.
And I felt, so Matt was supposed to come and he didn't end up coming. And if you listened to the Chicks in the Office episode with Matt, then you heard him do his Teddy Swims impression. And then when Teddy Swims came out to perform and he did it, I was like, I literally started tearing up thinking about Matt. I was like, oh my God, he would have loved this so much.
I had a lot of people respond to me being like, why is Marty performing?
Yeah, no, it was so fun. I was like, oh my God, he would have loved this so much. But obviously sent him videos and it was so good. And then Carol G performed at the end and she's
stunning.
Fucking hot.
She's stunning and talented and amazing.
So hot.
Also another voice of an angel.
Like just gorgeous everything. It's so fun, lively.
Yeah.
Everyone had a great time. There was one part of the auction that I'm still mad at myself, still kicking myself. One of the items up for bid was a tour visit with Selena Gomez to the Only Murder set. I was like, friend, come on, just split it with me.
Martin Short was not there, by the way.
Oh, Martin Short was not there. I forgot about that.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. He hosted last year, which is why he was
we
there.
Totally forgot about
I forgot that.
aspect.
Yeah, and he was not there, which was,
Yeah.
really upsetting. So
Which
then,
I think did push your want for this set visit. Because
bad.
then he would have been there,
No, right. Really bad. I wanted
Yeah,
this. And
yeah.
I was like, friend, come on, just split it with me. You get to bring a guest. Come on.
You did get a +1.
And
Look, it just reached a price that would have been fiscally irresponsible for us both.
it would have been great
Yeah.
content.
And I still think that girl that bid on it, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if people bid on things and then they got to check that they actually can pay for it.
Right, but I don't think it's an unbelievable amount that the people in the room couldn't pay for.
No. I don't think that, but I just feel like I don't know. It's just a lot of money for
that'd be
for
pretty
a young
fucked
gal.
up. Then afterwards, we're like, actually, no, I don't have it.
Yeah,
Like,
no, of course it would.
it's for a charity.
Absolutely, it would be terrible.
Gosh,
It would be terrible.
I woke up the next morning like, man, I could have been waking up today thinking about this set visit I'm gonna have.
The
with
one thing
Selena Gomez
too
and
is
Martin Short.
Selena, anyone who bid on those things, she did go and hug them afterwards too. That's another added.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she didn't do it for that one though.
She
Yeah, because
didn't?
maybe
Oh,
maybe in her
somebody-
eyes she's like, I'm already gonna be hanging out
Yeah,
with her.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't want to meet her
Yep,
just yet.
yep.
But it
But
was
no, there were some great things. They raised a lot of money, which is awesome. There was great speakers. Selena spoke, like we said, as well. Billy Crudup was the MC. He was great. And yeah, Benny Blanco was there.
you were laughing a little too hard at Billy's jokes about Martin Short.
His
His mean Martin Short jokes.
It's just anytime, I don't know, the jokes just really made me laugh because I was like, you can't even really make fun of a guy like Martin Short. He is so funny.
Yeah.
I love Billy Crudup though. Great.
He was awesome. I thought he was great.
really good. Not Martin Short, but
No,
Yeah.
but who is?
Right.
But Selena and Benny looked all loved up and
It
adorable.
was so
and,
cute. She
yeah.
looked absolutely stunning.
She looked stunning.
It was
She is beautiful.
gorgeous. Just beautiful.
Captivating.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you until you're in you're like, she's a movie star, you know?
She is Selena Gomez.
Yeah. She really is.
Right. She has that aura. Well, she also is Selena Gomez.
100%. So, no, it was beautiful. A lot of really fun activations, things you could walk around and do and see. And Lil Dicky was there. I said, go Birds.
Yeah. That moment between you two made me want to run out
I
of the
will
room.
always say everyone with a go Birds.
No, I thought it was great by you. I didn't like his reaction.
He said go Birds.
It was like he was very hesitant to say go Birds. You know, like I was like, oh, come on, you can't give a little more oomph there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was expecting a little bit, right? Like I
guess he is like an uncomfortable guy.
Yeah, maybe he was taken off guard.
I can't imagine settings like that are super fun for people that are that like famous.
Yeah,
you know?
He was kind of just like walking. He wasn't like
saying,
in another
like,
section. He was just like walking around.
Right. Like, I just feel like you're probably like, all eyes are on me, you know?
Right.
Even when they're not, you're still thinking that they are.
Mm-hmm.
And they were. I mean, everyone was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't, there were, obviously, they had great performers and everything, but it wasn't like you turn the left, turn the right, famous person everywhere.
No,
you know?
Yeah, it wasn't like that, but it was awesome. It was really cool. So many cute little pop-up stations, and just a beautiful event. And I really enjoyed listening to the speakers as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it really is so important.
Too,
and but it was really cool. And then Friday, so the Yankees, you know, lost both games this weekend, which, you know, my fiance isn't too thrilled about, but
Ria's like the biggest baseball fan I've ever met. Like we were watching the games, and I'm like, she knows like every single player. She knows the line. They're like, oh, they switched this guy. Blah blah blah.
My God, I mean, she lives with a super fan.
Doesn't mean that you always pick it up.
I just know baseball very well. Like I don't it really is the one sport that I can talk about with a lot of confidence because I really do know the ins and outs. Like I was surrounded by baseball my entire life, but we were watching it. Me and Noah sat outside at dinner so that we could watch. No one else was outside. We set up we set up the game. We were watching it, and Big Booty Betty right up at bat, home run, standing there. Great to see. I had girls DMing me being like, "Are you talking about Giancarlo Stanton?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am. That ass is ginormous, and we all know it, and we all can't stop looking at it." And he did his job. He got up there, hit a home run. But while the game was still going on, we had to go to the airport. So I get there. I go into the lounge. I'm sitting next to a Yankee fan. He's obviously very into the game, and then it just all goes to shit. And oh my God, this guy because all the bartenders in the lounge were like, oh my God, was that us? Was that us? Like they didn't know what was going on. And this Yankee fan stormed out of the lounge. He just fucking stormed out of there. And I was like, honestly, I respect that. Like, if you don't want to be surrounded by this, people are cheering. Like, it just, I don't know. I think it's the difference in fans. And obviously, I did not grow up a Yankee fan. I made that very clear. But I grew up in New York, and the New York fandoms obviously are so strong.
Yeah. Like,
either Mets or Yankees. Like, they really fucking care about their teams. I might be offending maybe some Dodgers fans on the podcast, but like it's not like, and maybe it's just from being from New York, like you don't get that same feel that they like care so much about their teams. And I'm sure there are people out there that do. It's just, I think, different in New York.
Unfortunately, I mean, LA just has that. LA just has that stereotype of like not really caring about their sports teams.
Yeah, and I think that's just,
I think like the Lakers are maybe an exception,
right?
But like,
right, and it might just be a stereotype, and maybe that's why I'm saying that or thinking it. But I was bummed. I was bummed for all the Yankee fans out there, and you know, tonight's a must win. It's a must win for them. And Aaron Judge,
he's got to do something.
He has to do something.
He's got to do something.
Do you want to hear some of my texts that I sent?
Text him at.
Yeah. Here's some. He screenshotted them and sent me them. And he was like, "Can I tweet these?" And I was like, "I don't know if you should tweet those out. It's funnier for the girls listening. The guys might get mad."
I mean, I don't watch a lot of the Yankees at all, right? But I obviously know who Aaron Judge is, and I was cracking up because at the bar after the wedding, the game was on too, and one of the boys, like massive Yankees fan, and I was like, "Look, I just got asked, and I know this is gonna sound like really stupid, but is he doing like I'm either seeing him strike out or hit a home run It's like, but that even that hasn't
He hasn't hit a
happened.
home run. Yeah,
He hasn't hit a home run at all.
He's an automatic out.
And I'm just like, there's nothing in between, you know?
Well, he is the best player during the
I'm
regular
talking about
season, but during the
playoffs.
postseason, he's been fucking awful,
yeah.
which is a huge discussion, between Yankees fans, because there are some Yankees fans who just want to like prop him up and go, you know what, get out there, Judge, like you got this. And there's other Yankee fans that are like booing him and like are disgusted by him, even though he is a huge reason as to why they're even there. So it's I'll let them have that discussion. But as
rise,
and
all that
and
jazz,
he hasn't risen at all to the occasion. No,
everyone's in their seats.
Yeah, everyone's yes. So it's just outside perspective. I'm texting my dad. I'm like, this guy stinks. My dad's like, yes, but do not say that to your fiance. But I've been saying it to him anyway, and he was like, don't ever say that publicly. He's like, do not ever say that Aaron Judge is bad publicly. I'm like, no, he's obviously not
what?
bad.
Here we are doing it right now.
I'm like, he's obviously not. It's just like from the outsider's perspective during the postseason, he hasn't been great.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
These are my texts. Here goes nothing McGee. It's hard to be this bad as the best player. That was one of the ones I sent about Aaron Judge. Bench him. Nestor could probably hit better. That was the closer that they put in that gave up the grand slam. Then I wrote this. Need to bring Dodgers back to New York in slightly cold weather so their weak, warm Californian hands sting at the crack of the bat.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll happen. This one...
It's not going to be that cold here, which is
I'm not. Yeah.
tough.
I'm not sure this one plays. I said...
You're regretting this one, maybe?
I'll read it out loud,
Okay.
but it's not nice and it's kind of foul. I said, Wells and Judge are going to jerk each other off after this game to try and make each other feel better for how much they both suck. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's a heat of the moment.
That one was,
It's
you
foul.
send that one, you go, oh.
I wasn't proud of myself with that
No.
one. I actually was really disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
I said, that's rude.
Yeah.
And foul.
Yeah.
And really didn't need to go to that length. and this is why I don't get into sports.
Right.
Because the person, I was saying this to Noah too, and Matt said it to me too. He was like, it is a good thing you don't care that much because the person you become when you do care is a little scary. I said, yeah, yep, So
I feel you on that.
I know you do the most, but you know what it is? It is for the love of the game, guys. Yankees, get out there. Let's play a great game tonight, all right?
We're rooting for you.
Room for Aaron Judge to do something, and I'll hold back my takes and opinions that are just foul and don't need to be said. Don't need to be said at all. All right, let's get into the topics for today's show. Timothée Chalamet Lookalike contest held in Washington Square Park with a very special guest, Timothée Chalamet. Sophie Turner had a 30th birthday post to her boyfriend. Taylor Swift brought out Sabrina Carpenter in New Orleans. Brooks, Nader, and Gleb, Dancing with the Stars, they're going back and forth on TikTok. I guess they broke up. I'm not really sure what's going on. I don't even think they were fucking together. I think it's all fake. Clique books, the Clique book reboot. I have a bomb to drop on that one. And Sutton and Hugh Jackman are potentially dating.
I love that you just hit Sutton with a first name like she's Cher. Sutton. So low name, and did you forget what her last name is?
Yes.
Sutton Foster.
Yes, which is why I just hit her with Sutton.
Sutton and Hugh Jackman.
And
Hugh Jackman, first and last name.
Hugh and Sutton.
Yeah.
Well, I just feel like how many other Suttons are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is the only one in it. We're not talking about her.
Yeah. All right. Wait a second.
What's happening?
We're not talking about Sutton from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
No. Sutton Sutton Foster, who starred in The Music Man with Hugh Jackman on stage. You thought I was talking about Hugh Jackman was dating the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Sutton?
Yes. Yes, I did. I'm literally sweating profusely. I have to take this off. I'm literally fucking dripping sweat.
Oh, man. Yeah, no.
That's why I said Sutton. Like, we obviously are talking about Sutton. Like,
no, we
only ever talk about one Sutton.
We're not talking about Sutton Strack.
I literally was like, we only are ever talking about one Sutton.
We're talking about Sutton Foster, star of Younger, the television show, and who starred alongside Hugh Jackman in The Music Man on Broadway.
When I saw Sutton and Hugh Jackman, I don't know why my brain immediately went to Sutton, Beverly Hills.
Well, that would be quite the pair.
That's why I was so intrigued and wanted to talk about it. Oh, shit. All right. Well, that would be a way more interesting conversation to be having. Sutton Strack from Beverly Hills dating Hugh Jackman.
That would be, but I actually think the Sutton Foster one is juicier.
Okay. Is it?
Yes. Co-stars. She just divorced her husband.
No, I understand. And Hugh Jackman just got divorced too. But
a while longer than her. She just filed.
I understand, but think about Think about Sutton from Beverly Hills dating
Hugh Jackman would be ridiculous.
Jackman would be absurd.
No, yes, correct.
All right, and we have the weekly watch report. So let's get into the
Hugh
topics.
Jackman isn't going to watch Erica Jane perform like on a Thursday night in Beverly Hills while the cameras are rolling.
Would just be the things that were running through my brain. Woo! All right, let's get into the topics. Imagine yourself and a friend in the front row of our holiday spectacular. Maybe you wanted to come to the show and it was sold out. Well, we have great news for you. You can go to rumhaven.com and fill out our sweepstakes form for the chance to make that dream a reality for one lucky winner. And you could bring a friend. Enter now for your chance to win 2 front row seats at our holiday spectacular in Boston in December. We cannot wait. Other winners also could take home Rumhaven and Chicks in the Office merch, which is super cute and exciting. So the official rules are at rumhaven.com. So ready, set, go. Enter the contest. Maybe you'll be sitting in front row and we'll see your beautiful faces front row at the holiday spectacular thanks to Rumhaven. So the official rules are at rumhaven.com. So ready, set, go. Sign up and see what happens. So there was a Timothée Chalamet lookalike contest that was held in Washington Square Park. This got so out of hand that the police showed up to shut this contest down.
I believe somebody was arrested.
Yes, and guess what? Timothée Chalamet himself showed up to the contest. I did see on Twitter when it was tweeted that there was going to be a lookalike contest that someone wrote like Timothée Chalamet has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever, and Timothée Chalamet did just that. And I feel like we always just get like a small glimpse of Timothée Chalamet's personality. Like he's not on social media, like we don't get big, glimpses of him there, but like just things like this, like him showing up to his own lookalike contest is just A+.
It really is. I find this to be so funny. I think that celebrities, it's such a funny opportunity when they do this stuff. And having him just roll into Washington Square Park and seeing the clips on TikTok and Twitter were absolutely cracking me up because, first of all, there were just normal people walking in Washington Square Park, seeing all the Timothée Chalamet lookalikes, being like, "Oh my God, you look just like Timothée Chalamet!" like, and they're like, "Oh, so does he! Oh my God!" And then not realizing that the actual real Timothée Chalamet was also there in the crowd somewhere. Mm-hmm. I would say some of those lookalikes looked more like Timothée Chalamet than Timothée Chalamet looks like Timothée Chalamet right now.
Right, because when I saw Timothée Chalamet show up, I was like, is that Timothée Chalamet?
Well, because
how do people know that's actually Timothée Chalamet?
Right. I don't know. I'm assuming they're still filming, but he's filming that movie right now. He's got that little mustache. Mm-hmm. And
emphasis on little.
Yeah, and it's a mustache.
And little.
Yes. And he's kissing Gwyneth Paltrow on set, and he's trying to look older.
Right.
And
look at me, I have a mustache.
Yeah. And here's all these like teenage Timothée Chalamets running around. Grand prize was $50, I believe.
And it was like a giant check.
Yeah, there was a giant check for $50 and a giant trophy. There was a large trophy as well.
Yeah, they put all the money into the check and the trophy.
Did you see when they actually did the contest and they were like,
yes,
if you like them, just scream like, yay. If you don't, scream no.
So everyone's just screaming. Can't decipher. But yeah, I mean, seeing the videos of Timothée Chalamet actually show up and everybody freaking out and then just being like, yeah, and then, the cops were called. It was certain Timothys were broken apart. Madness in Washington Square Park.
You ever see those TikToks that are like suspect looks like Timothée Chalamet? It's just all of them running with the police running after them.
Yep.
No, it's just incredible. Now I'm seeing they want to do a Jeremy Allen White lookalike contest and the prize is cigarettes.
Honestly,
just a pack of cigarettes. Did you see the picture of him?
Jonah Hill did it. Remember when Jonah Hill showed up when the Throwing Fits guys did it?
Mm-hmm. No, it's so I'm so happy Timothée Chalamet did that because you're like, yes, like somebody I'm a fan of has a good sense of humor. They're showing up to this.
Yes. I think it is a great sign that you can laugh at yourself.
Right.
Which is as good as it gets, you know?
And then
that's a good test of character.
I also saw people saying like he must really just have faith in his fans for like to walk into a crowd like that kind of just by yourself. Like you have to be like, yeah, people aren't going to like attack me.
I mean,
he did kind of look like he was getting accosted.
Yeah, but like he was fine, you know? Like, not so many celebrities would just walk into an insane crowd.
Oh, no, yeah, not at all, not at all.
New York City.
No.
Like.
Yeah, but just for the fun of it, the thrill of it, he's probably like, why not?
We also didn't, like, he could have had security with him.
I think he did have security.
I think he did have security with him.
He probably calls he calls his security up. He's like, so, weird little thing happening today.
Yeah, and the security's probably like, fuck no.
Imagine his security, like, leaves, like, he gets on with he thinks
he's protecting the wrong Chalamet.
Wrong Timothee!
I've lost him. Can't find him anywhere. They all look alike.
That's madness. It's absolute madness.
What a fun idea, though. Glad Timothee showed up. He did it.
I'm glad he showed up too, and I hope that you know what? I don't think Jeremy Allen White would show up to his own. If I had to make a guess,
now he would.
I would.
No,
he did it.
I still don't think he would.
I think Jeremy Allen White is like, I'm too into my art.
No, I don't think he
I
would.
can't be seen.
I don't think he would.
Yeah, I don't think Jeremy Allen White has that in him.
Yeah. I don't blame
That'd be funny. Everyone walking around like a white T-shirt with like an apron.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so hysterical.
What do you mean
Cigarette
you don't
in his
blame
mouth.
him?
Like, I think certain people are. He just seems more introverted a little bit. Where like he'd probably see those videos of Timothée Chalamet in the crowd and be like, oh, no, like terrified. Like that's scary. I don't want to do that. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. Did you see the pictures of him as Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah.
I mean, Lights, Camera, Barstool tweeted, like, I think as a joke, Jeremy Allen White looking unrecognizable as Bruce Springsteen just looks exactly like himself.
Right.
All the comments were like,
that's
and
why he got cast as Bruce Springsteen.
If you mean unrecognizable, you mean he looks exactly like Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah.
Lots of these biopics going on, Jeremy Allen White and Timothée Chalamet with the Bob Dylan. But Timothée Chalamet has that little tiny little
mustachio.
Yeah, barely. Like it took him all. He had to like really squeeze it out to get that mustache out. All his might.
It's just like it's cut in a funny way too. To play this character.
I feel like I could see Timothée in the mirror, like, come on, you can do it. He really tried his hardest getting that one out. Sophie Turner posted a 30th birthday post to her boyfriend, Peregrine Pearson.
Pellegrino Pearson.
I mean, can you blame me for fucking that name up?
I'm assuming he's called Perry, but you know,
Peregrine.
Peregrine. I don't even know if that's how you say it. I've never seen that name before in my life. I was gonna try and spell it. I'm not going to. I don't know how to spell it. But that was a big post.
Yeah, it looks they look really cute, honestly. And sorry to Joe Jonas, but a lot of comments about how she's finally with someone taller than her. Yeah, and there's ricochet shots to Joe.
That's,
ricochet shots
come on.
Yeah, I thought we were past that with Zendaya and Tom Holland,
Yeah.
you know?
Although I will say, as when Zendaya and Tom Holland love them so much, she at the Bureau event that they were at. By the way, that dress, that burgundy leather dress, was maybe one of my favorites she's worn in a while. But they were posing for pictures, and she was putting her head on top of his head. You know, you just can't do that. Just be taller than him. Stand up straight, be taller than him. But she was like, she had her head on top of his head. Yeah. And I went,
that's crossing a line.
Don't do the head on top of his head. She had big heels on. She's much taller than him in that setting. But the head on top of his head.
He did defend her from paparazzi. Did you see that?
He did. Loved that. I loved that. I loved that video. I loved everything about it. Yeah. I was like, you get in there, Spidey.
Yeah, I said the same. I'm like, what a man. Yeah. That's a man right there.
Yeah, he was like, you move.
Protect your woman. Yeah, he did. But Sophie Turner posted this. And you know what? Happy for Sophie Turner. They look very cute and they look happy and in love.
Right. I will say, like, good for her. It is something where just jumped out of this relationship. The skeptic in me, very happy for her, 100%. I'm a big Sophie Turner fan. The skeptic in me, maybe she could have been single for a little bit, you know? Just feel like she was with Joe for so long and they started dating when she was so young. That she didn't really get any single time.
Yeah, but
she jumps right into a new relationship. Now this seems pretty serious.
Right, but maybe she really loves him.
Maybe she had like a month there. You know.
Yeah, perhaps that is fair. But yeah, it was they from all their pictures seems like they're having quite the time. Beautiful photos, traveling the world, having a lot of fun.
Lots of fun.
Yeah.
She's on her tippy toes.
Yeah. She sure is.
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift brought out Sabrina Carpenter in New Orleans. They did a little mashup, which people were very, very excited about. I mean, Sabrina Carpenter, like what a year she has had, from opening for Taylor Swift to her own tour to these massive hit singles, her album, to then being brought out on stage by Taylor Swift and the crowd erupting. It's like, that's got to be some feeling when you get out on that stage and the crowd erupts at a Taylor Swift concert. It's like, all these people know who I am.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's on, you then become a different level.
Totally. And I thought it was cute, like a little cheesy. She did like a phone call and then was like calling Sabrina and then brought her out. And yeah, I thought it was fabulous. Good. They did, they did their Sabrina songs, and I know I have to move on with my life, but I am still so, in the back of my mind, still so curious as to the Taylor, Sabrina, Olivia of it all. You know, just Taylor and Sabrina, like they're so close. And
for now,
was it like could that have been Olivia? I don't know. It seemed like it was going to be Olivia. Like it just seemed like Olivia was gonna
maybe
have that spot. I mean, pre all the song drama and all that stuff. But
maybe Olivia's people, this is literally just a guess, but maybe Olivia's people didn't want her to be so associated with Taylor Swift so that she would become her own artist. And maybe they feared that if she like attached herself to Taylor Swift too much, she wouldn't just be Olivia on her own, which we are seeing with Sabrina Carpenter is not true, because Sabrina Carpenter is flourishing more than ever on her own while also having that friendship and relationship with Taylor Swift. So maybe it was a misjudgment by Olivia's people, although Olivia is fantastic on her own and doing her own thing. And I mean, I fucking love Olivia Rodrigo too. So
I said this
everybody's flourishing, but
everybody is. But it's just so interesting to me that Olivia's gone from raving like she loved, like Taylor Swift was it for her. Always talking about Taylor Swift. Oh, so many videos, interviews. She loves Taylor. Taylor's her icon. All these things, and now just
nothing. Something happened behind the scenes.
100%.
You can't act like I love when people say like, oh no, nothing happened. All the women are grown. You don't go from being such a big fan, like so openly like praising Taylor Swift, to not ever like anything ever.
Right.
Like,
and
it was just such a 180.
It is just also another wrinkle is that, it ends up, the person who does end up being in that slot with Taylor, who also, of course, 100% is amazing on her own, is Sabrina Carpenter,
who had the beef with Olivia.
Yeah, right, from the whole.
So it's all just adding up.
Thing.
Who do you think's more famous, Olivia or Sabrina? Like right now.
Ooh.
I feel like it's very
close. It is.
I would say they're like dead even.
Yeah, I think Olivia is still a little higher.
Yeah.
I think
Espresso, like, probably.
Yeah, it's just currently.
Like, Espresso's the biggest song between the two artists.
Deja Vu.
I think Driver's License.
Driver's License was fucking. Driver's License
huge. It was huge.
Everywhere.
But Espresso was like one of the biggest songs in recent
memory.
memory.
But Driver's License really was too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have recency bias.
I do, but I also think that Espresso's a bigger song.
Driver's License.
Oh, you want to check the streams?
Yeah, I was.
Well, Driver's License is going to have more streams probably, right? Because it's been out for longer.
Driver's License has 2 billion 300 million streams.
Yeah, and this has 1.5, but that's been out for how many years? Like,
yeah, I know. It's just, you know. And I think the Guts tour. She's got her Guts tour movie coming out. And
speaking of that, did you see Chappell Roan freaking out on the red carpet of that event again?
Yeah. Look, I think she saw the same photographer from the last incident and was like, "You owe me an apology."
What an eye to remember the photographer.
Yeah, but you know, like
it just sticks with you. You're just like that fucking guy.
100%.
You know what I mean? You're just like,
I'm with her on. I'd remember his face also.
Yeah, and you know what?
But
I did see that.
It's a little like. I'm for Chappell Roan, and I'm for her standing up for herself and like what she wants to do and sticking to her guns, like taking care of herself. Mm-hmm. But at a certain point, you're like you just raise an eyebrow. I'm not saying anything. I'm just raising an eyebrow.
I saw a lot of people discussing how like they agree with Chappell Roan, but it's like the one friend that like you don't want to go to dinner with because like there's going to be a problem at every dinner.
Yeah.
But also to her defense, it's like we just saw Tom Holland rip something out of a paparazzi's hand and like defend Zendaya, and then like
but that was walking into a building. You're on the carpet. You know you're gonna get a picture taken of you, right?
Yeah, I mean, it just comes about to, like defending yourself.
Yeah,
and
I think it's
everyone
just
can defend themselves.
Totally.
But I do see the argument of like the joke of like the one friend you don't want to bring to dinner because there's always gonna be a problem at dinner. But it's interesting. But I got chills hearing Taylor Swift sing I'm working late because I'm a singer. So I was like, oh my God, it's like it just works for her, you know?
It does. It really does. They're such a great combo. And so yeah, Sabrina like posted on Instagram, she's like the only stage I would be on her day off, because she's also obviously on tour right now too. So that is awesome. She's not surprising, but like I've probably seen the most Halloween costumes of Sabrina.
Oh yeah. It's been Sabrina Carpenter Central.
Yeah.
And people are knocking it out of the park.
They really are.
People are doing a great job.
They really are.
People, I have to say, like, just props to all the girls out there that are so creative. I'm like, every time I see a costume, I'm like, great job.
Same. I feel that way also. Every time I'm like, wow, every time I start to see it, I'm like, oh, it's Halloween again. Didn't even really realize.
Time flies by.
You know,
we have a costume.
Yeah,
we have a costume.
Yeah.
On it'll be out on Friday's episode because we're recording it on Halloween on Thursday. But we do have a costume, so that's exciting. But yeah, moving on. Very very cute. Taylor and Sabrina. I love the relationship, and Sabrina is just thriving right now. Moving on to Brooks, Nader, and Gleb on TikTok, Dancing with the Stars. So
they're in a TikTok off.
Which I think
they're in a
is
TikTok battle
coordinated by the two of them.
You think?
I think this entire thing is fake. I think they were never dating or whatever. I think they put on this whole showmance. I think now this big breakup, they're just looking for clout, followers, people, engagement. People are into it. It's working for them, but I think it's all coordinated by the two of them. I think they coordinated this showmance, and they are now coordinating this public weird breakup back and forth. Honestly, I am tired of keeping up with at this point.
I don't think they're coordinating. I don't think they're coordinating at all. But I don't. But I do think they are. I do think they are capitalizing on the moment. I think they are like. I do think it's like, oh well, I'm gonna keep posting about this because it's doing well and people are seeing it. I'm going viral. I just think they're both individually doing it. Like I think they're both like oh, we're gonna
Gleb
keep
wakes up. Oh,
talking
she made
about
TikTok.
it.
I guess I should.
No, I truly think that's the way it is, because I just feel like there's whatever. I really do feel like they were probably hooking up when they were dancing, and then Gleb may have tried to, like, the first TikTok Brooks made was like, oh, when he breaks up with you, but like, were you ever even really together? Like, I feel like Gleb tried to like big dog her and be like, oh, like this isn't gonna work or whatever, and now they're in a battle. Gleb's TikToks give me the biggest ick of all time, of him like he's got his glasses on, he's lips, he's like, I'm like, ugh. I don't like it. I don't
buy into this whatsoever from beginning to end.
I mean, I really do think they're both like, oh, this is our, like, people are going to care about this for like another week. Let's just post about it as much as we can. But I don't think they're talking about it. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that this is the fakest shit of all time from beginning to end. I don't like. I am not into this. Like I don't like it. Like I just like they are both making me like weirded out. Like I'm like I don't know. I don't like just from the start. I was like these two like I feel like they're on another planet.
Yeah.
They just feel like they're on another planet to me.
That is fair, but it does seem like they're just been, I don't know. Maybe it just seemed like it was very hot and heavy, and then all of a sudden they're like out of it now, and they're like, whoa, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I'm not usually the one that like calls like PR. Like I believe every relationship that comes out of something. Like I'm always like, yeah, I believe it. They're probably dating, and people will be like PR.
Yeah.
This one, I am so on the. This is all just for followers, engagement, whatever. None of this is real. None of it.
Perhaps.
Yeah. I did something very exciting yesterday. I finally made my registry, which I cannot wait. You know, bridal showers around the corner in January. And I did this all on Zola. With Zola, you can plan your entire wedding in one convenient place. From the day you get engaged and search for the venue to the day you send out your save the dates, you make your registry, which I just did, very exciting, or even taste your cake. Zola has literally everything you need to make the whole process super easy and actually enjoyable. There's even a 5-star app that helps you plan on the go or on your couch, which I did it all on the app, which was super easy and convenient. I did it all while sitting on my couch on the app, going through me and Matt. Do we want this? We want that. So much fun and also convenient. Zola helps couples plan the wedding they really want, and their wedding pros are also on call to walk couples from question to answer anytime. So start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com. Once again, start planning at Zola.com, ZOLA.com. Okay, so if you were, you know, around the same around the same age as us, and you grew up with the Clique books, then this is big news for you. Okay, Ellen, who played Claire in the Clique movie, put out a TikTok where she reached out to the author of the Clique books because she was basically saying, like, you have no idea how big this really is. It's big on TikTok. People are still into it. We got middle schoolers now going back and reading the old Clique books. Like, people are still into the Clique.
Having a renaissance.
And we need a reboot. So she's talking about this reboot of rebooting the Clique books and you know, starting them back up again. But I just have to say, one of my good friends, Leah, was Claire on all of the Clique books. And so I met
covers of the
Clique books. She was Claire.
Yeah.
You could look her up. If you look up Claire Clique books, Leah's name comes up. She's on all the covers. Leah is, so Matt's best friend's wife is Leah. We met, you know, when we first met a couple years ago, we were like obsessed with each other immediately. And that night, the first night we met, she told me that she was Claire on the Clique books, and I was shocked, and I couldn't stop talking about it. I was you're Claire? This is crazy, because we were such big fans.
Yeah.
And she told me a little inside scoop that all of the people that were on the books, the Clique books, were supposed to be in the movie. They wanted all of them or none of them, and 2 of the girls on the Clique books just didn't want to be in the movie, so they just didn't audition, and then they were like, all right, we're picking none of you. So she got fucking shit out of luck without being actual Claire.
Right.
And now we got Ellen as Claire,
right,
but I got the original Claire.
Yeah,
you know?
It's tough.
And me and original Claire are texting about this all weekend, like, we're just gonna let new Claire take over the books? You know?
Yeah. It's a sticky situation
because she's now the face. Ellen is now the face of Claire.
Like when you think about it, everybody publicly is like, they're going to be like, well, Ellen played Claire, you know?
But if you look at the Clique book covers, Leah was Claire.
No, and look, they want to reboot the books.
Mm-hmm. They want to reboot the books.
They want to rewrite.
So
they want up. They want new books. But here's the thing: like, what do they shoot book covers even? Like,
right, and also like, you know, they've grown up now, you know.
Yeah, but they're gonna be old. Like, they're all gonna be.
It's gonna be older.
It's gonna be older versions of them.
So
like, it's like, hey, they're all gonna be like 27 or something. I think they said.
So you got to call Leah up and get her back on the cover of the book.
Right.
The original Clique book cover girls.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if
I'm
they're
fighting
gonna
for
go
my girl
books,
here right now.
as you should.
You know what I mean?
As you should.
Like,
as you
I'm
should.
like, you know what? You're one of my best friends, and I'm going to be out on the fucking front lines talking about how you were the original Claire. So step aside, Ellen. Just kidding.
It is interesting though on what they're going to do, like if it is just going to be books or if they want to have like some sort of book and movie deal or like book and TV show deal. I could see them trying to make it into a TV show. You know?
Yeah. I would watch.
So the author is Lacey Harrison. I think that they're writing them together, which is very interesting.
And leaving out Leah, aka Claire.
Right. Yep. So they're writing a new book. And she said, Ellen revealed that she and Harrison had been plotting, creating outlines, and hopping on endless Zoom calls about the novel for nearly 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah. So, and they obviously want to know where all the girls are. Everyone thinks Macy's an influencer. Not shocking. You know?
Hey, I'm interested in the story of them. Regardless
late
of
20s Clique book.
Yeah, I am. Regardless of Leah and personal feelings. And now when you look up Leah, you're going to see her. She's married now, so she has a different last name, but I just want you to know that it is her. And I have her back, but at the same time, I'm going to support Ellen and Lacey and their new book adventure as well. Yep. But I told Leah she needs to start making TikToks being like, I'm the original Claire. I'm like, listen, we can set this up where you're going to
I'm the original Claire.
You're going to have to get up there. You're going to have to bring up all the books and put it next to your face and be like, I'm Claire. And then you just have a battle of the Claires and let the best Claire win.
Maybe she should pitch a whole different story to the author. And then they're in a pitching war.
Yeah. And then they're in a Claire battle.
Yeah. Of which Claire has the better story for
the Clique.
Yeah. She's a little behind since they've been working for 2 years.
She will, but I'm confident she can jump in now. She has a personality for the ages.
Yeah, and then they'll crush it.
Yeah. She can really sell. Let me tell you. This girl, she's got a great personality. She does. She's a talker. I mean, Leah, she's probably going to listen to this. She's a talker. Yeah. You think I'm a talker? Yeah. She's a talker. So she can sell Lacey up and down.
You got to get her in the mix.
Yeah, we'll get her in the mix. And but either way, we're going to be
it's
eating
very,
the Clique books up.
Yeah. I'm very intrigued. They could really do something with this.
They could.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Like Claire. It's like kind of like a Sex and the City type vibe, sort of, because then they'll be older, friends.
Yeah. Leah even went to, because when they were all going to have them be in the movie, same thing, Long Island accent, had to go to a speech class to get rid of her Long Island accent to be the Claire.
To audition, yeah.
And the fucking other girls didn't want to be in the movie. Who doesn't want to be in the movie? You're on the cover of the books anyway. Why don't you want to be in the movie?
Right.
If I was Leah, I would never, ever live that down. Let them live that down.
Were they friendly? Like, did they?
Well, they all like had to shoot together a lot on the cover, so they like knew each other a little bit. But they were
not friendly enough to be like for Leah to be like guys,
come on. Yeah, I think there was the ones that wanted to do it. Yes, but I think there were, and I don't know. I didn't ask her which
that
ones.
Could be a parent thing. They were young.
Yeah, I didn't know which ones, like which characters didn't want to do it. Yeah, I have to ask her that, but I didn't ask her that part. But it is, I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
like that just ruined my shot of being in the movie, and that sucks. All right, last topic. Sutton and
Foster.
Hugh Jackman are dating. Just kidding. That would be a season of Beverly Hills that I'd watch.
That really would be. And they just came out with the new trailer for Beverly Hills, but this is Sutton Foster and Hugh Jackman. Now, the lore of this is fascinating and very interesting, and I was extremely invested in this immediately when I saw the Page 6 story at the end of last week, because Sutton Foster just filed for divorce from her husband of 10 years, Ted Griffin, and now there are rumors, it's amid buzz, she has moved on with her former Music Man co-star Hugh Jackman. Now, both of them are fantastic singers, actors, the whole thing. But they starred together in The Music Man, and Hugh Jackman and his wife have been separated for a little while now.
It was like last year that they got.
Maybe last year. Yeah. And now Page Six has been hearing from some sources that Hugh Jackman and the two of them, like, they're trying to spend the most time. They're spending time together. Rumors that the marriage was on the rocks began swirling in Broadway circles. You know what must be just such good gossip? The Broadway gossip, the musical
drama,
the musical theater gossip was good, like on the high school level, of the theater drama. And now I can only imagine that the Broadway level is even more deep and winding. Multiple sources have told Page Six that Foster and Jackman have fallen in love. They are 100% together are in love and want to spend the rest of their lives together, a source previously told Page Six. Several sources recently told us that the pair are going strong, but have been keeping the relationship a secret and staying out of the public eye. A source said they go out of their way to hide it, but it's common knowledge within the community, the Broadway community. Actually, it was almost exactly a year. Jackman filed for divorce in September 2023.
Well, number one, I'll say
pair.
it's hard to hear the story and the details without picturing Sutton from Beverly Hills. But I'm going to move along past that.
You watched Younger, did you not?
I tried.
Oh.
I tried to watch Younger. I couldn't totally get into it.
Ugh,
the one I loved was
Younger.
Young and Hungry.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know that. But Younger is fantastic.
I tried to watch Younger.
Yeah.
Sorry, Young and Hunger.
Yeah.
This is
Younger's one of my faves.
This is a real showmance. Okay, this is a real showmance, and they want to spend the rest of their lives together. This isn't no Brooks and Gleb.
No, and they're no, it was very interesting, and I did post it on my Instagram story, and did get a lot of replies because people make some assumptions about Hugh, and they've always thought, like,
They think he's gay.
yeah, and they're like, I thought he was,
Yeah.
but
Where's those assumptions come from?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's just always, like, that's been this is gonna sound, I don't know, this is gonna sound extremely, like, superficial, but I feel like people looked at his marriage and they thought his wife was a beard.
Oh.
And that's, like, maybe where it started from, but I don't know. Which, like I said, is extremely superficial and mean.
Yeah, that is just like kind of just straight up mean.
And I don't know if, like, I don't know what other underground rumblings, Hollywood rumblings have come from that I've seen. That's like, people that, like, especially, like, even Instagram comments and stuff on the Page Six posts. But seems like these two have been keeping their love a secret.
Listen, if he was gay and he spent his entire, like, life with a beard, at this point, I don't think he would jump into another relationship with a woman that he's
100%.
in love with. Like, I think he would just live his life. I think it's ridiculous to still assume something that people are just making up out of thin air and just rumors and assumptions. Like, he's not just going to start. I think that would be absurd.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're absolutely right. And I think I am a big fan of this pairing. But yeah, it's literally the first comment on the Page Six Instagram post.
Random.
It's just, yeah. But
let Hugh live and let him be in love.
Yeah. But it sounds like it could have been a little messy too, She just filed for divorce. Who knows how long this little
rendezvous
between Hugh and Sutton had been going on for, because they were in The Music Man together, but not, like, they're not currently in it together. It was a little bit ago. So.
Right. Maybe there was a little spark or something that they never really acted on,
right,
and now that she's divorced,
they
could finally be together.
She had to get the divorce for them to fully
dive in.
I know. I actually feel like that's kind of bad that I was like, oh, I really like these two together, when I think that she's just, like, they could have been some cheating going on. Could have been an affair. Who knows,
Right. But if this was a movie, if you were watching a movie and you'd be
like, these two are meant to be.
Yeah, they're meant to be. And
right. the Ariana Grande of it all.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
This is her Bach.
Oh God. Yeah.
This is
well,
her
when you
Bach.
put it like that,
I know. It's
not fantastic.
Yeah.
Not fantastic.
Right. But very intriguing story for sure in the Broadway worlds.
In the theater world.
In the theater worlds, yes.
Not good. Well, is Sutton Foster's husband saying that there was cheating, or is people just like
no?
assuming
They're
this?
just speculating because the rumors were that it's known that they've been together for a little while. They've just been keeping it a secret.
Maybe
but she just filed for divorce,
right?
But it's like
maybe her and her husband were
been
separated for a while,
yeah,
and then finally they put the divorce. You never know when people get divorced. They could have been separated for like years prior, or at least a year prior.
Right.
So you really never know.
Yeah.
But all right, that wraps up the topics.
The Weekly Watch Report is presented by Coors Light. When life gets hectic this season, choose chill and then reach for a Coors Light. Traffic too jammed? Head to happy hour with friends instead and then reach for a Coors Light. Sun setting too early for your outdoor plans? Hit up a local trivia night and then enjoy a Coors Light. When the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. I think we're headed into that time, guys, where yes, it is starting to get darker, earlier. The clocks are about to change. You know, we're inside. Well, make sure you're stocked up on your Coors Light so you can relax, be in your home all cozy and warm, and have your cold Coors Light to pair with it. Fall feels good when you choose chill and then reach for a Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right, let's get into the Weekly Watch Report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly Watch Report on Monday. 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 I really didn't watch much, honestly, at all. Last week we were in LA. Oh my God, when I got home, so Noah and I took a red eye Friday night. We landed at 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Got home. I slept from, I want to say 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Oof.
Yeah, I thought I was late because I was maybe close to 4, but it was 3:30.
Noah
and I
texted me-
texted her wow, I just woke up, and she didn't respond until 6 p.m. or something.
I slept
Wow.
until 6 p.m.
Wow.
Much needed rest, apparently. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
right.
I was
How did you go to sleep that night?
Normal time.
Really?
I literally went back to sleep.
He was asleep for 18 hours
No,
of the 24-hour day.
Truly, this is why I didn't watch much, because I slept from fucking 8:30 to 6 p.m. and then went to bed at midnight.
Yeah.
It was I apparently, like I said, when you sleep that long without interruption,
Yeah.
I think it's your body being you needed this. So
100%.
fine by me, but I didn't watch much because I was asleep majority of the weekend. Oh, sorry, indigestion. I did watch Strange Darling, which is a movie. I've seen a lot of people talk about it. Feidelberg actually tweeted about it yesterday, which is why I ended up watching. He tweeted watching Strange Darling, something along the lines of watching Strange Darling for the second time. I think this is movie of the year contender. I think I just have to accept that sometimes movies like this just aren't for me. I could see why people would think it's a really great movie because it is very well done.
Right.
But it's just not my favorite format of a movie. And the premise was very interesting. Obviously, there were so many things is very, very dark and deep and a lot to be discussed within the movie and outside the movie. But I guess I want to say the artsiness of the movie is sometimes just not for me.
Right.
Which
it's an indie film.
then think people think that I just like really awful movies because people love. I don't think I like always awful movies, but sometimes I'm not obsessed with movies that other people love. It's just I don't know. Everyone has
fair.
taste in movies, whatever. I don't even know what I would grade it. I really don't know because I know that it was really well done.
But you gotta.
I'll give it a B.
I was gonna say it's you can factor in all those variables into your grade. It's like, oh, maybe you personally didn't like it that much. Maybe it takes it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But you understand the art of the film, so maybe that bumps it up a little bit.
Right. Exactly. Like my personal taste, not my kind of movie.
Yeah. Like you're not going to watch this movie again.
No.
Yeah.
But I could see why people really like it and can really appreciate how it
95%.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I like I said, this is just whatever. Then
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just I every time I talk about movies like this and people are just like, Rhea likes bad movies, and it's like, okay, well, I don't.
Rhea, you're not the only one out there that
isn't loving an
that
artsy.
doesn't want to like go to film school every time they watch a movie.
Yes,
you know.
Yeah, that's true. So I'll give it a B just based on my personal taste. But I do think people really, really love this movie and like the way it was shot, and obviously, like really important themes throughout the movie that were discussed. But yeah, I don't know. It was one of those like I was thinking a lot after, being like, how did I feel about that? You know, and I guess because I'm stuttering so much over my words right now, that I also still don't know how I feel about it. And I continue to watch Veep. Still gets an A from me. Amazing. Solid. I'm
How far along are you now?
I'm only in the second season, which I really enjoy that I'm not flying through it.
Right,
like
that's true.
It's
savor it.
Yeah, savoring it. We only watch it at night and with the games going on and other stuff. Like we haven't really like been watching TV a lot before bed because honestly, Matt's been getting home late and it's like so I think that's really it. I watched The Office on the way home from LA, which I never watched. The Office always hits.
Yeah.
But
you always put Friends on.
Yeah, but I was like, I watched Friends on the way there, so I was like, I got to put something else on the way home.
You want The Office.
I put The Office on, which is always funny.
Yes, it is. Okay, I watched the wedding episode of Love is Blind. Spoiler alert, I suppose, if you haven't watched last week's episode of the weddings. There ended up only being 2 weddings, and they're both married, which is alarming for Ashley. But I don't know. I'm worried about the reunion because the Love is Blind reunion always lets me down. They never get to the bottom of things, really. And I feel like they filmed it. They may have filmed it before some of all this other stuff came out. And then I'm like, ugh, like, but I don't know. I honestly, I don't know if they're still together. I don't know what is going on. So the reunion is this week. So we'll see what happens there. And then, I'm rooting for Garrett and Taylor. I think that they, from the beginning, they seem like they've been a good match. And I felt that when they were getting married. And I also liked that, just a little universe in play, Garrett's parents and Taylor's parents were both married on the 13th. And they got married on the 13th. Aww. So I thought that was nice. Yeah. And I feel like a little cosmic good vibes. Tough go for Marissa. I think that there's also more to the story with Ramses and whatever is going on with him. Yeah, like she's done some interviews now this week where I guess she's alluded to like he was fine, and then he talked to one of his friends that was friends with his ex-wife and was saying that like he didn't realize how much like he fucked up his ex-wife or something. I don't know. Just like weird. He was like all in, and then all of a sudden he was all out. It was tough to watch. Their breakup was actually like painful to watch.
I don't want to like do this and then get divorced in a few years. And she's like, that could happen with anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, then why the fuck are you signing up for a show that you are supposed to get married in a month? You know, like that's where I'm like, oh, this guy's just a fraud. Because if you want to play the whole, oh, I was married before, I don't want to get divorced again thing, like what, you're on the wrong show, pal. You know? So I couldn't be more out on that guy. We'll see what happens at the reunion. I watched episodes 1 through 5 of Monsters, the Menendez brothers. I don't. Did you guys watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you watched it. I'm obviously late to it, but there was other things, and I was traveling, and now I'm watching it. I mean, just a very well done show. It's obviously not like the most factual. Like, Ryan Murphy shows, like, I think there's embellishments and all that, but I'm
they're
enjoying
apparently
it.
like gonna get out now, so maybe it helped.
Right. Well, there's that, and there's then documentary, like both came out like the same
there had
time.
been plenty of documentaries about them like before.
No, definitely. I mean, I
feel like this really just like started
the show. I mean, so popular.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's getting talked about a lot. Kim Kardashian is posting about it.
She met with one of them in jail, which is crazy to me. Like with the actor.
Yeah, they're. I think they right in the California courts say they're now going to be up for parole or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very interesting. I'll give Love Is Blind like a C.
Yeah, it was bad.
And then this episodes 1 through 5, I'll give a B+. I mean, I think it's the acting is fantastic. These two guys are amazing.
Yeah. I'm just laughing about how. Have you seen any of the TikToks? Like, are you like
What?
like about them, like the actors?
Not
Like,
really.
you mean,
you
like
don't-
the TikTok edits.
Yeah, you don't
Of
know
what, them not being bad actors?
No,
like,
of them like
this was like
this is a
you couldn't-
phenomenon. Yeah,
you couldn't go on
you missed
TikTok
this
for, like-
I
entire
think I
thing.
missed the whole thing.
It
You
was
couldn't
just,
go
like,
on TikTok
nonce-
without seeing the edit
It's like
of Nick
edits of, like,
Chavez.
hot guy edits.
Wait, hold on.
No.
No, it has like millions. I'm
I've
pronouncing
seen
that
more
right?
of like Cooper.
What's the
Right?
song?
His name's Cooper.
Yeah.
The actor. I've seen more after like he went on Watch What Happens Live.
No, yeah.
Oh,
this
wait.
is like
but I haven't.
clips of them from the show cut together to like songs.
Oh,
it's just like
no.
those
It
like,
says
type of
at-
edits.
Wait, hold on. I have to find
I've
the
seen.
one.
No, I have not seen these at all.
Oh my
And
god,
it's like
friend!
people
This has.
watching
I think
them
it
in
maybe
class
has.
and stuff. Like
I think it maybe has 10 million likes. Like it, and people are
Oh,
like
so
showing
this is like a weird like.
what's the song? It's like that ass perfect, baby.
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
thing.
like they were like the TikTok people start loving like
Yeah.
characters that
Honestly,
are
I think
like,
that played a big role in like how many people watch this show because like you couldn't avoid seeing that stuff.
I gotta find it.
Well, I saw none of it. I mean, I just saw
saw
people online talking about the show nonstop, but not like I didn't see the TikTok edits to like.
I can't find like the one. Would it get taken down for
maybe? I think I maybe did see this and like scrolled past it.
No,
yeah.
this took TikTok by storm.
Yeah.
It was every single video of people showing, like Noah said, like professors showing their class that
There'd be like videos of an entire class of like 100 people, and every single person was on their phone watching it, like, and it was all synced at the same time. So
or a professor putting it up before their test.
Watching the TikToks.
Yeah, no, the TikTok edit
edits.
of the one TikTok edit.
it was like one edit that went super viral, and everyone was just like watching it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I missed this completely.
Mm-hmm. And now people want him to play the new American Psycho because there's going to be another one. But I think
I mean, he's very good. I don't know if you want to play like a role like that often.
I think it's going to be Jacob Elordi though, because he was seen meeting with the director Luca
Guadagnino.
Yeah, he was seen meeting with the director, so I could totally see Jacob Elordi playing American Psycho. But
yeah,
I'm like, we can't have this guy play every
right.
But
I mean, yeah, they're both fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I just watched the episode of where like the whole episode 5 is just the whole episode where it's just
Like one
her,
shot.
the lawyer talking to Eric in jail. So like,
yeah, he's incredible.
he's really, really, really good. I'm up to date on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'll give that like a B-. It's good. They're always fighting about something stupid. Like I like the new girls that they brought in. Have been good. But yeah, like nothing crazy. Like there isn't some big. It's crazy because it feels like every Salt Lake City season there's like some big crazy thing that happens. And this just feels like a very normal Housewives season, which is not a bad thing. It's just like just more petty back and forth.
I actually watched the first 2 episodes. I forgot. I'll give it a B-.
Yeah,
Some of them really annoy me.
is super fair.
Yeah.
Super fair. And then did I watch anything else? I don't really think so. Yeah, I'm behind on everything else. So, I started The Penguin.
Oh.
Joe and I started The Penguin. We watched the first 2 episodes.
And
I watched Shrinking.
Oh, Shrinking.
I haven't watched episode 3, but I watched episode 1 and 2. Shrinking, I will give a B+. Shrinking's great. Like Shrinking's great. Yeah. Like it's, honestly it was good because we started The Penguin and then like we could watch an episode of Shrinking after. It was like a good
decompress.
A good breakup. The Penguin is really good. We watched the first 2 episodes, but after the second episode, even Joe was like, wow, so much happens. Like it's just, there's a lot of action. It feels like almost like mini movies.
Yeah.
The way it's done is really good. I mean, he's insane. Like
it's
that's an unbelievable transformation. Mm-hmm. And she is so good.
She's so good.
She is so good. I've obviously like, I think the only other thing I've really seen her in is like sitcom vibe.
Palm Springs is what I know her from. I think the movie with.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Andy Samberg.
I think like I don't know. I feel like my recognition is How I Met Your Mother.
Oh really?
Yes.
She was in Wolf of Wall Street.
How I Met Your Mother is normally what I think of. So, but I mean, wow, she's really good. I'll give it an A. I'll give it an A- because I feel like it's already so good, but I feel like it's gonna like get better because I've only watched I've only watched 1 and 2.
3 is like I think where it really starts to. Like,
I've only watched 1 and 2, so very good. Yeah.
Okay, I watched Love Is Blind. Other than like the Ramses breakup thing, like it was so boring, and I skimmed through like most of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can really fast forward through the weddings and just see if they say I do.
Yeah. I'll give it a C-. I'm like, this is just terrible. On the plane home to New York, I rewatched The Holdovers because I was just like, oh, this is like a quick, great movie. Just good. I don't know, just like comforting movie. A plus on the rewatch too. I started this show Escape at Dannemora, and it's. Have you seen this? It's like on Netflix now, but it came out in 2018.
Yes. They've won a lot of awards or have been nominated for a ton of awards.
Yeah, and it got like a ton. I mean, it's Patricia Arquette, Benicio del Toro.
Did
Paul
it come
Dano.
out like on a normal? Like, was it on a?
I'm not. It came out on Showtime, I guess.
Okay.
Right,
because if you're saying it came out in 2018.
Yeah, 2018. But I guess it's a true story, which I'm like not 100% sure on, but it seems like it is a true story. But it's good. It's definitely really good. I'll give it like a B right now. I'm on episode 6 now, and I think there's 8 total. But yeah, I can't believe like these shows just exist, and I've been like, how did I not hear about this?
I've heard of that show because it was always nominated. Like
really?
It was always brought up at the award shows. I'm pretty sure.
Damn, yeah, I just like had never even heard of this. I thought it was a new show.
I have never heard of it.
Patricia Arquette, though, her character in this reminds me so much of her character in The Act that it's like kind of like annoying.
Oh God!
Because she's just
how?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's not good.
Because she's just like this creepy old woman, and she kind of talks like it's just real. I don't know. I can't shake that, but I mean, everyone's really good in it, and it's kind of like, you know, they're trying to break out of prison, so it's like one of those.
Right.
It's like very Shawshank.
And it was just one season.
Oh yeah,
like
she won a Golden Globe for best performance.
Yeah.
Patricia Arquette.
Wait, did this come out before? When did The Act come out? Did that come out after this? The Act.
Yeah, I think The Act may have come out after
2019.
or
19.
maybe
So that was before.
This was before.
Maybe she just stayed in character.
Based on the 2015 Clinton Correctional Facility escape.
Yeah.
It's only 7 episodes.
I think 7 is like 2 parts or something weird. But yeah, it's kind of like Shawshank, where if they spent a lot more time on like the digging and breaking out, like, because obviously it's stretched out. But, I'll give that a B. And then I watched episode 6 of The Penguin last night, and it just keeps getting better. Like I'll stick with an A- because I'm like something's gonna happen on the finale. But yeah, he's
how many
so
episodes
good.
is it supposed to be? Do you know?
I honestly don't know.
I feel like 8 is always where we fall these days.
Yeah, I don't know if
especially longer.
Yeah,
episodes.
like 10 like is always amazing when you, but like 8 feels like 8.
Yeah, so we got 2 more. But just really good.
Really good.
So,
yeah.
That's all I got.
All right, that's everything we
Wonderful.
watched.
When you're in need of some chill this fall, there are so many great options. Fall Festival Price is giving you sticker shock. Host a fall party with neighbors and Coors Light. Don't get caught up in the fall chaos. Savor the season, choose chill, and then reach for a Coors Light. When you embrace a chill mindset this fall, it's a good time to choose chill and crack open a Coors Light. When you embrace a chill mindset this fall, it's a good time to choose chill and crack open a Coors Light. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. It was a beautiful weekend this past weekend, and on Sunday, nothing was better than getting my bowl of chili, watching some football, and having a cold Coors Light. It was fantastic. It is a perfect pairing for fall. So fall feels good when you choose chill and then reach for a Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much. We cannot wait to talk to you on Wednesday. Hugs and kisses, big smooshes, big warm hugs. Love you guys. Talk to you on Wednesday.